All right, what's going on, everybody, man? Hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. I know this video is a little bit later, but obviously had to put this all together for y'all. I know a lot of people were asking, obviously, for me to do a breakdown for a couple DMs in X, couple DMs in Instagram, to break down the signees, man. So I wanted to deliver on that promise. I know obviously signing day was last Wednesday, but nonetheless, it is here. So now you can kind of get to know some of these tech players, how they film, look, and just my overall thoughts, man. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, share, tell a friend, and make sure y'all stay tuned to the channel. Yes, sir. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start obviously with Jaden Terry. Now, look, I know some of y'all can be like, well, Naj, why you don't do the full breakdown? Some of it is out of my control because, like I said, I'm gonna do Terry, but he didn't have a lot of 2025 film, right? He has Greenville here. He has obviously Bowden, and then he has Mount Zion, and then it goes to his junior film. So I don't know if y'all want to see that or not. I'm pretty sure you guys want to see updated film. So I did want to obviously uh, talk a little bit about that part of it. So we'll go ahead and break down this right here.
Your truck deserves a
All right, so here we go, y'all. Jaden Terry. This is obviously his film against Bowden. As you guys can see, this is the Georgia commit right here, Caden Prothrow. Outstanding wide receiver, about a good 6'6", 6'7". Kid's a baller. And obviously, you guys can see number 10 is Jaden Terry. So, like I said, we're going to see this matchup a lot, especially probably even next year. We'll see how Georgia looks, but I expect Prothrow to see the field pretty early right here. Just a nice little out route. He's one-on-one in space. 9 times out of 10, Prothrow is going to break this tackle and obviously go to the end zone. But you guys can see right here, Terry gets low. Boom, good tackle. And look how he wraps up the big 6'7" tight end, could be wide receiver at the next level, right? Boom, goes low, good wrap up tackle, and boom, he's down to the ground. Good one-on-one tackle in space against obviously Prothrow. And then boom, as you guys see here, this is another obviously big target. So that's one thing that always stands out to his tape. He's a great open field tackler. These are kind of guys he's going to see at the next level. See, look, one-on-one in space, make the play. And look what Jaden Terry does here. Boom, goes down, squares up, one-on-one space, goes for obviously the could you say the ankle, the foot, and obviously wraps him up pretty well. So as you guys can see, that is what Jaden Terry does. And obviously here, I don't think I've seen anything there. I think he was just going up against Proto there. So not too much there to show you guys, really, to be humbly honest. But you guys got to see this open space, the tackles that he make. Now let's see against Greenville.
your truck deserves
This was some more film that obviously he had. Not too many clips. Obviously, this was only 10 seconds. So I believe that's Terry right there, one-on-one in space. And the thing I see instantly with Terry, just a great one-on-one tackler, especially at the prep level. Look, one-on-one, him in the end zone. That's all that's left. He goes low, prevents the touchdown. Another excellent open field tackle, as y'all can see, right? So good open field tackle there. And I think he had one more clip. Let me see. Mount Zion was the other one, and then this is junior film.
your
All right, this one's a little bit longer, about 38 seconds. So we can look at this one a little bit more in depth. All right, let's see his right here, a little RPO action, one-on-one in space. As you can see, stands him up, throws him down, man. So definitely can see why Tech was so interested in him. Obviously on the defensive side of the ball. And here, like probably playing a little bit of offense. He's right here getting deep, obviously making a play on the sideline. So again, he didn't have a lot of film, to be honest with you guys, unfortunately. But just seeing that little bit, I mean, you can see the stud that Jaden Terry is right now. Coverage-wise, you go look at the stats. I couldn't really see it on the film because he only had 3 clips from the season. But I mean, he's a guy that probably can one-on-one cover. You look at his stats. I think he had 4 or 5 interceptions. I think his junior year. So a guy that obviously is a great one-on-one tackler. And obviously a guy that you could leave on the island of space against bigger people. He's going to do his thing, and he's very long. I think he's a good 6'3". So obviously they landed a stud receiver or stud, excuse me, cornerback, and obviously Jaden Terry for the Jackets. But again, it wasn't a lot of film. I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to see his junior film. So that's all he really had on his huddle. Same with Travis, he didn't have too much, but we'll break down obviously what he has in this 2 minute stretch right here against Fitzgerald. Now, just to let you guys know, Travis does a little bit of everything. He played quarterback, running back, DB, doing pretty much everything for Brooks County. And they went to a state championship last year. And obviously, right here, good play in coverage. Obviously, staying in phase, make a play on the ball. Obviously, batting the ball out of bounds, incomplete. Good job right there, not allowing that completion. I hear a little bit of emotion. I think it's going to be the other angle of this play. Quarterback tries to escape. And obviously, I think he makes the incompletion there. Can't really see it. The film don't. Whoever was the camera guy did not help him out there. Let's see. Here it is. Out to the flat to the running back. 1-on-1 in space. Another good open field tackle by Travis. Bigger back. Doesn't matter. Here's another angle. Obviously, this angle is not the best because you cannot see anything. I don't know who put together his film, but right there. And then obviously you see the anticipation right there. I mean, guy that can make plays, right? 1-on-1 kind of on the island. He's the quarterback trying to come back late. He sees it, rotates to the ball, and obviously breaks it up. Exactly what you want to see at your cornerback spot. All right, here's the quarterback. Here is Travis, 1-on-1. Well, actually, looked like he was guarding the tight end there. Let's see. Okay, boom, right there. Oh no, that's a slot receiver. So actually, this is good because this might be the rotation that y'all see. As y'all know, with Georgia Tech, right? They lose Rodney Shelley, right? They lose Amari Harvey, right? They still, I think they'll have back for another year. Oh, they also lose Jai Gilmore, right? But they'll have Kelvin Hill, I believe, who played that slot position for them, and they'll have Savion Riley, right? But imagine you could rotate a young stud like this, 1-on-1. Look how far back he is, y'all. And then obviously his receiver right here is just running like pretty much a little simple, shallow across the middle of the field. Here's Travis. Travis sees it. He stays in phase. And then boom. As soon as he catches it, he makes a play on the ball. So imagine you have another player that you can rotate kind of like that. Definitely something you want to see if you coach Peoples and coach Jones. I think that is it. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I mean, this is how they put it together. All right, let's look at the next one. This one is obviously against Tiff County. Again, he didn't have a lot of film. I'll show you guys so you don't think I'm bluffing. All right, here just QB keeper, make the person miss in the open field. Nice cut. Oh my goodness. And then they're just turning on the Jets right there, making a big play. But just for reference, because I want you guys to obviously see this. I'm gonna click on him. I'm gonna share this tab. See, all you guys see junior season highlights. And again, that was like not this year, the previous year. Tiff County, Fitzgerald, the one we looked at earlier. That's it, y'all. So just to show y'all for reference that I ain't bluffing. Like the film, he only had 2 clips. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm breaking down. Whatever they have, obviously on there. All right, so those are the 2 4-star guys. I like what I saw from obviously both of them. I think both of them can play. Both are very talented and very high upside for both. All right, now we're gonna look at this stud quarterback they got. 4-star Cole Bergeron. Bergeron, from what I heard, that's how you pronounce it. Very interesting pick for Georgia Tech because you wouldn't think they would go after a guy in this cycle, right? You thought that okay, we're good. We got Grady Adamson, we got Graham Knowles, obviously Aaron Philo. We're good. We don't need no more quarterbacks. But I know some of the rumors and fans feel like Philo might leave after his post today. Doesn't look like that. But I think they went and got another guy for just quarterback of the future, right? One of these guys could hit the portal. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We'll find out, obviously. But it's been very silent. I won't say silent. It's been not a lot of noise on the recruiting front or the transfer portal front in terms of the Jackets. It's been very quiet. So this was a big pickup. This was their third blue chip, obviously recruit of this cycle. 4-star prospect, obviously on 247, and obviously a guy that can sling the football. So we're gonna break down the star quarterback and what he's able to do. So right here, I like just moving out to your right, finding the open space, throwing obviously off the runs, the number one thing that stands out to me, obviously on that play. Right here, square your feet, good mechanics. Watch that. Look, 1, 2, 3, boom. Look, he squares up. Look how everything obviously aligns forth. Good footwork. He's not, off a back foot. And then boom. Look at the angle. Look at the obviously how he's following through on his throw. Looks poised, looks confident, and throws a dot over the middle of the field. Already good signs for Cole Berger on. Right here, moving obviously to the right. Remember, this is a former Virginia Tech commit as well. Very comfortable, right? And these are probably things he's going to have to do in this offense, right? Being able to escape to your right, and then boom, right? A little bit off balance, foot's in the air, but you can tell the kid has great mechanics. Look where the ball is at, the placement, right? He has to jump up just a little bit, but the ball is right, obviously thrown on the string on the line. Right here, a little RPO game, boom. Look at that decisiveness. We know Georgia Tech, this is what they like to do, right? They like to run the QB power, obviously QB counter, things like that, right? Fakes like he's going to go outside, and he wanted to pitch it, but he didn't because he knew this guy was right here. Boom, plant your foot down like you're going to go, hezzy him out, and then obviously showcase the athleticism in open space. Boom, right there. Good, obviously move on the inside and obviously convert it for a touchdown. Then here he is here. Boom, square up. Look at the mechanics, y'all. Mechanics is perfect. Look, line up. Look how obvious front. And then boom. Throw it right on the stream, throw it right on the rope. And obviously an easy touchdown. Love the kid's mechanics. I already can see like he has that down to a T. Right? Good big 6'4" type caliber kid. Look, boom, squares up. Right? Look how obviously balanced he is, still waiting. And then boom, not putting too much. Right? And look at his dot, right? It just looks easy for him, right? Right there, he's sitting there chilling. And a lot of times, guys, you'll see a person that does this ball die on them, right? But you can tell the kid has a very strong arm because look, poised, balance, boom, right? Throws a dot over the middle again. Like receiver not having to slow down perfectly in stride, easy touchdown, obviously. So that is how it looks. Same thing here, good clean pocket. Look where he puts the ball at, right? Perfect placement, good accuracy, time to throw, blocked up. Look where the ball is. Ball is over here, only where his receiver can get it. Makes a spectacular catch. Keep the chains moving. Here in the red zone, great throw. Look at that one more time, right? Boom. Still got a clean pocket. And what I like, look at the anticipation. Boom. Ball's out. Y'all see how the ball is out, right? This receiver is just starting to make his break out. Now, again, not an easy throw because, right, you have to hit this to a certain spot, right? If it's too far inside, remember, this guy can see this and pick it off. You have to loft this ball over these two guys over here and obviously to this back pylon. Easier said than done, obviously, for a quarterback. But you see how he came on the inside? If the ball's too far inside, that's a pick. He has to loft that over the both of these guys and then a little bit over here. Not too much, but where this guy can get it. Excellent throw right there. Easy money catch. He's here looking buying time, a little bit of pressure, throwing off the run again. Poised and confident. Again, every time he breaks, look, and he's already directing his traffic, right? Hey, go up, I got you, right? Boom, off the run. And look at the placement of that ball. Just too easy. Right in the hands, receivers not having to do anything else. Then boom, here's a little bit of pressure, another throw off the run, another accurate ball again. Just buying time, improvising. First read's not there. Right here, just plenty of time to throw. Poised, confident, easy throw over the middle. Same thing here. Clean pocket, right? Just like playing 7-on-7 at that point. No pressure. Stepping up, poised, collected. Love his mechanics. And then right here just showing that RP. Oh, my Lord. Let me see that again. Love that. Look at him drop the hammer right here. And it's exactly what this is the physicality, toughness that Coach Key and Georgia Tech wants. They want their quarterback to be a leader. They want the quarterback to drop, the hammer when they can. Boom. Runs him over, gets in the end zone. That perfectly embodies what Georgia Tech wants at the QB position. And you've seen it right there. Absolutely truck dude. Wide open. Boom. Look at that. Another dot. He makes it look easy. You could just tell years and years and years and years and years and years of reps. And then here's obviously the dual threat ability, just too easy. They left the lane open. He's athletic enough. He's going to make you pay. Another clean pocket. Look at the placement of the ball. Look, 1, 2, 3, out. Ball is out. Look where the placement of the ball is, only where your receiver can get it. Boom. Another dot. Should have been a touchdown. Here's here, a little spin off the pocket. Obviously, go back, screen pass. Easy touchdown right there. Boom. Little RPO game right there. Seeing him obviously show off the wheels. Like I said, the kid can go. You know what I'm saying? Kid can go. I wouldn't say he's Haynes King fast, but he could do a little something, something. Obviously, keeping the ball with him in an RPO game, which is what Georgia Tech likes to run. And I love the improv, right here. Okay, he wants to go there. Says, I'm good. Let me move to the right. Boom. I see this guy's breaking open. Let me throw him open. Nice touchdown. I mean, nice, obviously, read and throw right there. Oh, look at this one. Look at this back shoulder right here, y'all. Look, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Already coming out. Look where he places this ball at. Right over here. Right? Nice ear hole throw. Defender has no chance. Exactly what you want to see from your quarterback. Nice, obviously, throw right there. Boom. There's the first read. Good fake. Look at that. 1, 2. See? Moving to the right. And then look, just makes it look easy. I mean, just effortless. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my guy's breaking open. Throwing off the run. Check. Only in the spot where my guy can get it. Okay, here. This is exactly what I wanted to see because he hasn't been pressured a whole lot. So here, obviously, got a little bit of pressure, right? Right. Bringing obviously a little bit of a stunt. Overwhelms. 2 guys in your face. Boom. Look at him step up, evade the pressure. Throwing off the run. Look, another dot. And I love it. The dude is never poised. I mean, never phased. Always poised in the pocket. Throwing off the run for the touchdown. That's what you want to see from your QB1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Obviously, right over the middle of the field. You put it to your playmakers in space. Let them go make a play. Let's see that. 1, 2, 3. Nice right there. A little bit of pressure. Probably has to clean up that one a little bit. Kind of like he rushed out a little bit off kind of your heel, but still an accurate throw, so you can't be mad at that. As long as it gets there accurately, not too much to complain about there. Love it. Here we go. Pressure look, right? See that 1, 2, 3. Right? They bring him obviously over the middle. He kills that left guard. Boom. Pressure in your face. What are you going to do? Boom. Right here, he has him obviously corralled. He breaks out of it. Keeps his head down the field. Nice accurate throw in coverage. And then boom, right here, moving to the right. Another dot. Ooh. Now, I don't know if Coach Keys is going to want him to make this one right here, man. This is a little bit of a dangerous throw, but when you're a strong arm quarterback and you're confident, you make these type of throws. So a little bit of a risk taker, but the only throw I've seen that he's risk take the whole night, right? But you throw it up, you put it in the place only where your receiver can get it. Double team, don't matter. It's an accurate ball over 2 people, and you obviously, as the kids say, you let your receiver head top the other ones. Is what obviously he did there. And then right here, it looked like that was a tight window throw. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Pump fakes. Ball is out. That is a tight window, y'all. Look at that. He throws that. Look how close all that is. 1, 2. And then obviously this guy right here, 3. Then when he closes down, right over this linebacker right here, and obviously in that tight zone. That's a pretty good throw right there. And they're just out quick. You're going to pump fake the bubble screen, throw it over the middle, and let your dude cook. Right here, a little throw off the run. Another nice ball, obviously, to the receiver. Here, a little RPO. You see the legs. Make the defender miss. Make him miss, get a first down. Right there wants to go. Okay, got a little double move. I like that action right there. Look at that. 1, 2, boom. Pump fake the double move. And then throw it on the line right to the receiver. Nice job to keep the drive going. Here he is here. Look at that. Look at that accuracy, y'all. Look at the accuracy. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, 3. Out. Look where this ball is. Defender has no chance. Back shoulder, right? Not too far inside. Back shoulder. Let your receiver adjust to the ball. Look where that ball is at. Boom. That's an excellent throw. A+ throw right there. Some more pressure, escaping. Keep your eyes down the field. Another accurate ball off the run, man. Same thing here. Look like a little bit QB keeper right here. And then boom, drop that shoulder, move the sticks. Same thing right here. Throw off the run. Nice accurate ball to 9. Excellent throw off the run as well. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of pressure in his face. Don't matter. Probably one of his best throws I've seen tonight. Pressure with 99 in your face. Look where this ball is at. Coverage is all this. You can't play better coverage than this. Look, even the defender tries to turn his head. Don't matter. Look where the ball is at. A plus throw. A plus throw. Right there, a little RPO game. I mean, obviously, didn't like what he seen on the field. Ran it. Obviously, good job there moving the stage. This kid can play. Yeah, Georgia Tech. Then they landed them a stud. I'm gonna give him an A for that film. That St. Thomas More, Cole Bergerden, he can play. Georgia Tech got them one. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what they do over the next few years. Graham knows. We'll see what happens. Yada yada and so forth. Grady Adamson, obviously from Deer Creek, but yeah, Cole Burden. Hey, that's gonna be a name to know. That kid can spin it. He's big. He's athletic. He can drop that shoulder. He can throw off the run. He's an accurate football thrower. Yeah, Georgia Tech landed them a stud. So shout out to him, man. That was some excellent film. All right, so that is my thoughts there. We're going to obviously break down the next guy. It's going to be Chris Hewitt Jr. This was a late flip for Coach Peoples in the defensive back room. Didn't really see this one coming. Formerly committed, obviously, guys, to Rutgers. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting because Coach Peoples has a little bit of everything in that back end. He got strong physical guys. He got ball hawks. It's going to be interesting to see if he can see the field year one. All right, so right here, let's let the quarterback gets it out quick. Hewitt sees it. Let's see how he closes on that ball. Great. Oh, that's a great play. Excellent play. Because most guys are going to go for the hit stick here. But he does a good job closing on the ball. Right? Boom. It's in the receiver's hands. Done me blowing him up. Maybe drawing a flag. Hey, let me play the ball. Boom. Tip the ball up. I'm going to go get it myself and get a pick six. That's a nice play to start it off. Right here playing that center field. Oh, no. Excuse me. No, he's on offense. That's my bad. Right here, obviously on offense. Running back. Keeping the ball. Nice cutback. And obviously scoring the touchdown right there. Not too much there to him, just kind of creating the play by himself. You're playing that deep backer safety. Looks like this could be cover three. And obviously your field is going to be coming back this way, right? Because he's responsible for that, right? Here he is here because he's running obviously over here. So anything that comes back this way or over here, he's responsible for. This corner is going to get the third. He's going to get the third. So anything that comes to this side, those two are responsible for. So here he is, cover three. And then boom, look, this guy's breaking open. Oh man, I see why Coach People got this guy, right? Because he got the catch, look at this hit, boom, immediately hits the ball out, forced fumble. Teammates obviously rallied to it, they get it. Excellent job right there. So you see the hard hitter in him as well, man. That's what you want to see. And then right here, getting it out to the flat. Hey, we got a touchdown. Great job. This is a great play, right? Boom. Because you see this little rub action a lot. Let me see it one more time. Boom, right here. Yep. So this is a patented play. Not only in high school football, you see this play in college football, and you see this play also in the NFL, right? They run a little RPO game that they're going to hand it off, right? And then they obviously run the tight end. He's going to run over with the flat, and then you have another guy that's running a corner route, or you could say an out route potentially, right? So as you guys can see here, this guy's running inside. This guy's kind of running that fade ball. All right, the ball is going to go to this tight end all day. It just gives you multiple options. And then look what this guy does. Tries to stiff from Hewitt Jr. Obviously gets it there, but he does a great job of not giving up on this play. Because if he doesn't get him, that's going to be a touchdown, y'all. But great job right there getting low and stopping him up before he gets to the end zone. Here's red zone, get it out quick. Oh, goodness gracious. Nice hit again. Good forward tackle, boom, looking to rotate to the ball, boom. Absolutely light him up and get a TFL. That's an excellent job right there. Here's a little bit of emotional offense. Get the ball to your playmaker's hands, and then you see the speed, man. Breaking tackles, keeping your balance. Nice touchdown right there, man. Made something out of nothing. And right here, looks like he's playing a little bit of that slot cornerback. Ball's in the air. Great job right there, batting the ball down, right? Playing a little bit all over. Playing the slot, playing the boundary safety, right? Plays coming his way. You're going to make a play. Good open field tackle, right? No gain. See there, boom, there it is there. And look at all this space Hewitt Jr. has to clean up, y'all. Look at all that. That's a lot of space, right? Look at him eat that space up and go make a play in the hole. Boom. Pretty good job right there, I would say. And then boom, like I said, I like the versatility, right? Right there playing boundary corner. You know what I'm saying? Screenplay, can you get off the block? Yes, he can. One-on-one with a back. Excellent tackler. See why Coach Peoples wouldn't got him, right? Boom, 1-on-1, bigger back, square up your shoulders, knock him down, chop him down at the bit. Boom, here he is here. And good job staying in phase right there because, right, he's responsible for this guy, but sees the ball's going to come this way. Good job turning your head and staying in phase with the receiver. Excuse me. And boom, right there, right place, right time. Good job making a play on the ball. Oh, nice stick. Like this stick right here. Boom, look at this. So good throw by the quarterback, but look at just the closing speed. Boom. As soon as he catches it, big time hit. Break him down right in his tracks. Here, obviously in the red zone, handoff, nice jump cut. Easy touchdown right there. Boom, right here playing that slot. Following number 4, so that tells me that's man. Boom, you 1-on-1 on the island. Good job, man, with an open field tackle again. Getting him right in his tracks. Boom, here he is here. Ooh, good job. Almost had a pick. Good job being able to sift through that traffic, staying in phase and making the play on the ball. And obviously right here, great play in special teams right here, just moving, breaking him up. Obviously finishing the play. Good job. Boom, here he is deep. 1-on-1 with that guy. Nice PBU right there, breaking the ball loose, not interfering with the receiver. Staying in phase. Right here, just playing a little bit of offense. Boom. Ooh, nice cut right there, making him miss. Turn that into a big play. Yeah, that's a great job by Chris because there wasn't a lot there, but made that first defender miss and turned it into a big play. Right here, good job. See him kind of get over that linebacker right there and look at him stay in phase with him, make it a tough throw. Obviously, nice PBU. Boom, here he is here. Running back, 2 people on him, don't matter. Make the defender miss. Drop your shoulder. And I like the physicality, man. Plays like that on both ends of the ball. Boom, here he is here, staying in phase. Quarterback wants that deep part. Oh, look at him track this down. That's crazy. Chris is all the way over here. Wide open. Look at him chase this play down. I love that. That's a great play from your film. And coaches want to see that too, because sometimes you're not going to be in the play, but can you prevent a touchdown, right? Obviously, he can do that. All right, here is Chris again. Boom. Low, obviously, tunnel screen. Right here, can you sift through? Great job. 2 big boys coming at him. Right? Obviously, right here, able to split. Boom, look at him split through both of those guys. Make, obviously, the open field play. All right, here he is here. Nice open field tackle. Good job by him. And boom, right here, out to the flat. Good job right there, getting them out of bounds. Right here, 1-on-1, press man. Good job adjusting to the ball, making it a difficult throw. I love it, man. This kid can do a little bit of everything. Right here, here's a run play, 1-on-1 in the open space. Can you make that hit? Forces him out of bounds. I like it. Boom, here he is here. 1-on-1 in the hole. Good stick. Nice job slowing him down. Right here, obviously on offense. Good job. Nice cut. I think this will be the last one. Same thing in that red zone. Drop your shoulder down. Nice touchdown score. Hey, I mean, he can do a little bit of everything, man. So I see why Coach Peoples got him. I mean, you're seeing this kid can play multiple positions, boundary, slot, safety, can blitz, open field tackler, good in coverage. Kid can do a little bit of everything, man. Really like his film. Jordan, I appreciate you tuning in, brother. For sure, I got you. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. They had either mid-season film or later film, but I got you. I'm pretty sure I put in your mid-season, man. So when I check you out, for sure, I'll definitely do mid-season, man. Appreciate you tapping in and watching, brother. All right. Next one's going to be Jack Richardson. That's going to be the tight end. So he's going to be very interesting, to say the least, in my humble opinion, because he's going to play multiple sports. He's playing baseball, too. Obviously, he's a great on the diamond. It's going to be interesting to see the role he plays with, obviously, Georgia Tech. But you'll see a little bit of, obviously, his edge highlights. You know what I'm saying? His ability to just make plays consistently on the edge. Right here, he's here just making a play. Obviously, a sack. That was his predominant position at Marist. And again, I think I'm looking at, let me see. I'm looking at junior season highlights. I mean, he didn't have really any this year, but it just gives you a kind of a look at what he can do. And again, I know it's not his natural position, but I know he's going to play obviously tight end. But at least you can see like the athleticism, being able to affect the quarterback and things like that. But he never updated his film. But I mean, as you guys can see, just disruptive, just consistently making plays, 15 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Constantly making a presence in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? And okay, here you're gonna see a little bit of the tight end work right here. And right here, running just kind of just a little simple route over the middle. Quarterback hits him. Obviously, good job right there. Kind of moving the sticks. Back here on defense, sifting through obviously the hole right there. Splitting the two guys. Right here, communicating. Using your strength, keeping contained. And I love this. Watch him kind of run this play down. Athletic. Right here, just kind of bull rushing right there, as you guys can see. See that bull rush? 1-2, boom. Just blows that play up. Right here in Norfolk County Championship last year, being able to get off the block. Nice open field tackle. Boom, there he is right there, 1-on-1. Boom. Nearly catches the interception right there. Good job making the play. Same thing right here, getting held, doesn't matter. Still being disruptive, making a play on the ball, man. Just blows him, blowing plays up. And the same thing here, just running down the play. Nice TFL. Look at a couple more. Same thing there. Kind of a little bit of a reverse, doesn't matter. Good job staying disciplined. Obviously making a play on the ball. 1-on-1 right here with the Norfolk County quarterback, Harrison Faulkner. Obviously good TFL right there. Look at one more. Nearly jumps. Good first step. Get your hands up. Boom. So as you can see, he predominantly played his junior season, obviously playing edge rusher. But as far as when I've seen him up close and personal and play, obviously last year I was at the state championships and I got a chance to see that game. More of a blocking tight end, I would say, obviously, with Georgia Tech probably. Think of kind of a little bit of your Josh Beetham or your JT Byrne potentially. Guy that can block but also can catch passes. You see the athleticism what he brings to the table on the defensive side of the ball. Kind of sort of the same thing. With Georgia Tech, think about a Josh Beetham, Brett Siler type of a role. That's kind of what he would be. A lot of this is from his defensive highlights. Unfortunately, like I said, he didn't do any film from this past year, man. So it's kind of what it is with that one. All right. So we're gonna bring up another guy. This is one that they were able to flip. This is Keelan Jones. All right, so we're gonna bring it up again. Didn't have a lot of tape, y'all. I'm just going based off of whatever they posted on their huddle. Some of them didn't post, some of them did. It was only a couple clips. So this is Keelan Jones, I think playing on the offensive side of the ball, number 1. Obviously, good job right there, getting a nice gain, short screen, making the first defender miss. Right here, he is lined up 1-on-1 with this guy. Obviously, bubble. Might be the same play. Kind of looks like it. Let's keep it moving. They're showing the same play 3 times. Yes, they are. Okay. All right, let's see. This time he's on defense. And I think he was over here. Kind of staying in phase with the receiver right there. Yeah. Okay. This one is not that good. All right, let's go Riverwood. Sorry, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna show y'all too, so y'all don't think I'm bluffing. Just not a lot of film. Here he is here. 1-on-1 in space. Ooh. Big hit, obviously, right there from Keelan. Right there. Boom. And you can kind of see what he can bring to the next level. Big hit. Obviously, hitting, smashing him down right there. open field play. But I'm gonna show y'all so y'all don't think I'm bluffing. Let me bring it up. He did not have a lot of film. Okay, here it is, y'all. I'm gonna share this tab. Okay, watch. I don't want y'all to think I'm bluffing because I don't. Okay, 32-yard touchdown run, Sprayberry Woodstock, 52 River Ridge. That's a recap. As y'all can see, it was not a lot, right? Riverwood, the one I showed you guys, Creekview, Pope. I mean, I guess I could show that one, but that's it, y'all. I mean, it's not a lot of film on here, so I just want y'all to know that. I don't want you to think I'm wasting y'all time. This is and what they've posted. So I'm gonna show this one real quick. Again, it's only 13-second clip. Didn't post a lot this year. All right, here is Keelan right here. In a run game, good job getting the stick, one-on-one in space. Not too much to say there. Fortunately, I didn't get a chance to see Keelan in person. You know what I'm saying? But a guy that was heavily coveted, I can say. The film, I can't really say too much because it wasn't a lot on his huddle, unfortunately. But, you know, I think a guy that's going to be very beneficial for Georgia Tech. It can make a difference, man. But we're going to keep it rolling. Sorry, I wish I could show y'all more, but he don't really have too much on his account. But we're going to move on to Darnell Collins, senior wide receiver. This is all of his tape, essentially. This is pretty much it in this little 3-minute span. All right, let's go back. Darnell Collins going to be playing receiver for Georgia Tech. Right here, good route. Ooh, look at the sep. Watch the sep, y'all. Look, one, watch him fake like he's going this way, and then come inside, immediately beats the defender, gets across his face. And then after that, that's it. And what killed it on that one, it was his ability to route run. Right, great job right there and good footwork. And then he played both sides of the ball. Right there, just being in phase. He's going to predominantly play wide receiver at Georgia Tech, but you can obviously his ability on the defensive side of the ball as well. Right, making the interception, right place, right time. Obviously making a nice play. All right, here he is, one-on-one. Looked like on an island. My bad. That one was hard to see. Let me do that one again. Sorry, y'all. Okay, no, my bad. That was hard to see him. Okay, I thought he was on the island. So right here playing that slot. You're going to see the dig route over the middle of the face of the defense. There's no linebacker here, just obviously that corner that's covering him. Good, strong hands. Look at that strength, be able to sift him off. And one thing I'm already seeing and what Georgia Tech likes, that physicality, right? This is a big body receiver. We've seen it in back-to-back classes, right? They went and got, obviously, Isaiah Kenyon in 2023. And then, obviously, you know, Jordan Allen had his big season this year, but they're getting back to these big body receivers. You look at Kentrell Davis when we roll his film and look at Darnell Collins, big physical specimen, but an elite route runner. Right there, just a little heady route, pinpoints the football, comes down with it right here playing that slot. Boom, nice little, obviously, post route, and he's killing them every time. Look at his footwork, right? Selling like you're finna go that way, cooks the defender right there, and he's wide open over the middle of the field. It's just too easy. Elite route runner from what I'm seeing. Right here against East Paulding, looks like he run a little bit of a hitch route. Hard to see. Oh, no, okay, he ran an inside dig right there. Yeah, inside dig over the middle of the face of the defense. Nice catch over the middle of the field. And once he gets in an open space, too physical, too fast. Nice, obviously, touchdown. Boom, right here runs like a little bit of an out and look at him turn up that route. I love that. Because I'm pretty sure that was the first read right there. Quarterback should have threw it. He's wide open. But good job by him. He sees, and okay, hey, I see this defender is here. Let me take the presence and be able to move this route up the field a little bit more. And boom, look at him break that corner. Quarterback sees it. I'm going to throw him open over here. And good job by Darnell making adjustments to the ball, getting that 1 foot down. And then right there, good job getting over the middle of the face of the defense. No press. Got to press this guy. It's too fast, too physical, too good of a route runner. Same thing, playing the slot. And then boom. Good job. Oh, I love this, Darnell. You should have made this play number 1. Only thing I'm going to critique here, Darnell, Because this is what you got to do to be able to play at Georgia Tech. You got to be able to do perimeter blocking, which obviously he shows here, right? Good job squaring up, hitting them. And I like how he didn't just, oh, okay, I hit him, that's it. He got back in phase with him and kept blocking him. What he should have did, though, was keep blocking him all the way to over here. Because if he does that, 8 has no chance. His receiver's in the open field. He probably scores. Let's see if he does. Gets caught, looks like. But that's the only critique I would have there. But that's a great block. Right there, a little bit of a hitch. Same thing. He does a good job getting the contact. Excuse me. Right here, the ball's to 11. Boom. Look at that initial contact. Good job squaring. Then just hold the block. Hit him all the way down. So he don't have a chance to hit the play. But good block on the perimeter again. Same thing. Go with the face of the defense. Easy touchdown right there. Good strong hands. Right here in the return game. And then you see the speed in the open space, man. Just went up and caught the ball and then just made a play. Just pure athlete. Same thing here. Boom, look at that perimeter blocking. I love Darnell has this obviously on his film, man. That's a great job. That's probably the best block that I've seen on this film, right? Because he went for the big hit, but look how he stayed on him the whole time. Didn't even allow him to get into the play. A+ block. Same thing in that slot. Right, a little bit of that out route. Good job moving the sticks. Here he is. Look at that block. Good job right there. Opening up, obviously, the gap for your teammate. Here over the middle of the phase of the defense. Boom. Oh, my gosh. This kid can play. Look at that. Break that tackle. Boom. And boom. Look at his job in the open field. Boom. Make him miss. Get up the field. Obviously, good job right there. And boom, another perimeter block. Look at him staying in phase the whole time. Love that. And that's why I think Georgia coaches loved him. You know what I'm saying? Because he can do the perimeter blocking. That's a big part of the offense. Right here, nice little hitch. Make a play. Move the sticks. And then obviously see the defensive play right here. Boom. Physicality. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good receiver, man. I'm going to say very underrated gift for Georgia Tech. Obviously, this kid can do a little bit of everything. And what's crazy is he played predominantly in the slot. Now, we know what they got at the slot. They're going to have Jordan Allen back another year, Bailey Stockton. But now you got a guy, and we'll see if he's going to be able to acclimate himself in enough time, right? You might have another guy that you can move at that speed, that size, that physicality. That's going to be potent because you already got Isaiah Kenyon. We know they like to do a little bit of the swaps. So we'll see kind of how the new offensive coordinator is going to look for Georgia Tech and how he uses all these weapons. But you got another dude that is 6'4", 6'5", moving like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be too many you're going to find that's moving like that. And you couple that with what you already have, good Lord. Good luck trying to stop that offense, bro. Good luck. But we'll see if he's able to play a little bit in year one. But that physicality, something special. All right. Now let's bring up a stud I'm excited to see. Now it's going to be interesting because I did an article earlier today about their tight ends, right? I think they're going to hit the portal when it comes to this. No Josh Beatham, no Brett Seither, right? No JT Byrne, right? They're going to have Luke Harping back and then Kevin Roush, Connor Roush, I believe it is as well. And that's it, right? And then they got the two guys we talked about Jack Richardson, who's going to probably be more predominantly a blocking tight end. But this guy right here for you, he's going to be a little bit of everything, right? This kid is special. And part I didn't understand about Kel, they had so many mismatches all season. I felt like they didn't even use a guy main in the ways that he's supposed to be used, right? And when you have a guy that's 6'5", this big, and can move like this, it's the same thing. You put the ball in his hands. You let him cook. Right here, simple screen. Watch him take this to the house. And on this play, y'all, he clocked 20 miles per hour. Look at this. Boom. Right up the middle of the field, a short screen, and completely smokes the defense. It don't even look like he's running for real. It look like he's jogging, bro. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Tech has not had a type of player like this, in the Brinkie era. Not even close. Right here, hand in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Look at the block. And look at him finish it. Look, all the way. Look at that. That's how you want to see your tight end block. Same thing here. Boom. Double team block. Look at him completely eradicate him out of the play all the way down to the ground. And then boom. What is Georgia Tech lacked a little bit? And we've seen in some of them games this past year, right? Against the NC States of the world, right? Against I would even say the Pittsburghs of the world, a red zone target. Now they got that in obviously Isaiah Kenyon. Imagine you got another one now for years to come in Nathan Agame, right? 1-on-1, red zone, right? Boom. Simple route, right? Doesn't do anything crazy, right? Watch this. Watch him square him up, right? Boom, boom, square up, go over the middle, and then look at the target. Good, strong hands. He's covered. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you got another red zone target. If you Georgia Tech, you can get the ball too. Right here, just runs over the middle of the phase of the defense, wide open. Obviously, it's a bust of a coverage right there. And then when he's in the open field, tough to bring down. And boom, 1-on-1 looks like on the island. Nice little hitch route. Boom, break the tackle. And look how quick he gets up that field. And right there, nice long gain, good 20-yard explosive plus play. And then here, right here, look at that block. Here he is. Boom, look at him square up with that corner. And then boom, look at this block. Look at that finish. All the way to out of bounds. Love that. Boom, here he is here. Let's see it. Boom. Like I said, Georgia Tech has not had nothing like this in a while. Right? They got Isaiah Kenya, but they don't got a tight end that moves like this. Right? Look at him go. High point that football, y'all. Go make a play. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. Same thing in that. Right here, he's playing defense. I'm sorry. All right, playing defense right here, coming off the edge. Look at that quick step, gets the quarterback down immediately. Right, playing both ends, letting them obviously blitz. Same thing here, playing that edge. Good contain, good tackle, obviously in open space. Boom, here he is. This is UGA 707. Boom, look at that. And again, y'all, these are routes that he can run with Georgia Tech, right? Right there's a little hitch. Boom, spin off move. Right here, go high point that football. Good catch in traffic. And boom, here he is here. Boom, look at him adjust. Nice catch. I think that's when he was with Creekview. Open field, just big body, tough to stop. Boom, hand in the dirt. Boom, look at him get physical. Good finish. Look at the finish on that block right here. Stay in phase, eradicate him out of the play. Right? And that's what Georgia Tech wants you to do on offensive line. They want you or at tight end spot. They want you to be in the block. Kid can do a little bit of everything. Right? But I think predominantly he should be the one catching the ball out of this class. Right here. Laps in the defense, busted coverage. Gone takes advantage. Nice big play down the field. Same right thing right here. 1-on-1 mismatch, just a go ball down the middle of the field, hitting that seam. Defense falls asleep. Boom, here he is here. Looks like he's blocking on that outside. Obviously, good job springing free, obviously, his teammate. Here he is right here. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Look at him staying phase the whole time. Right? Exactly what Georgia Tech wants, right? Boom, he's coming off that edge. Look at that block. All the way out of bounds. Come on, man. That's a want to. That's buying in. That's saying, okay, hey, I'm an elite pass catcher, but I also can put my foot and hand in the dirt. Exactly what you want if you Georgia Tech. Right here, red zone again, 1-on-1 mismatch, easy money catch right there. Boom, here he is, 1-on-1 in that slot. Defense falls asleep, wide open over the middle. Good catch right there. Here he is again right here. Look, boom, get to that second level of that defense. Look at him stay on that block. Good job right there. All right, 1-on-1. Same thing right here. Staying obviously on the defender. Getting him out of the play. Boom, here it is. A little screen for obviously his guy, Braden Rouse. And then boom, here he is here. Staying on the block the whole time. Letting Rouse get to the end zone, man. Good perimeter block again. Exactly what Georgia Tech wants out of the tight ends receivers. He's shown that all throughout his film. That one I couldn't really see. Here he is here. Good job. 1-on-1. Look, adjustment to the football. High point the football. Obviously, another nice catch, obviously, for Game. Let's see where he is. Right here on the island. Boom. Nice little route over the middle. Create that separation. Go back to the ball. Easy catch. Show your physicality. 6'5", 6'6" self. Too easy. See that right here. Little post route. Boom. Oh, look at that spin move right there. Oh, boy hit another spin. Yes, sir. ability in open space, man. A complete tight end. Most people are going to get enamored with, oh, okay, Naj, he's just a receiving tight end. No, this kid can do a little bit of everything, right? Seeing him blocking, perimeter blocking. Nathan Ngame is the full complete package, and he gives Georgia Tech a option they've never had at the tight end spot, right? Now, again, let's no disrespect to Josh Beatham, Luke Harpering, JT Byrne, Brett Seither, but those guys do not look like Nathan Ngame. They don't move like Nathan Ngame. They're not the red zone targets that Nathan Ngame is. Remember in that game, I think it might have been Pittsburgh, or it might have been VT. Remember they tight end, I think it was Beatham. He had like 3 drops. You're not gonna have to worry about that with this kid. This kid gonna catch the football, make plays, and it gives Georgia Tech something they've never had at the tight end spot. So an elite get, very underrated, and people are gonna be talking about this team a lot in a few years. Trust me. All right, man. Let's look at now. This is Jafar Gino. Jafar Gino, obviously from American Heritage. We know what they produce, obviously, down there. So we're going to break down his film as well. All right, American Heritage. Here he is. Here's Jafar. Right here looks like 1-on-1 on the island. Get over the phase of the cornerback. Good corner route. Ooh. Okay, my guy said one-handed. Too easy. OBJ. Little OBJ action right there. Boom, here's right here. Looks like they're playing off coverage right there. A little, obviously, out route. Good job high pointing the football over the defender. Okay, nice cut over the middle. This kid got some freakish talent. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see why Tech liked him. Okay, right here. Nice catch. That's obviously a busted coverage by the defense. Left him wide open. You know what he's gonna do with the ball when he's wide open. Easy touchdown. All right, let's see where Jafar is now. Boom, looks like he did a little bit of a wheel route right there. Open space, too fast. Obviously cooks the defense. Nice touchdown. All right, let's see where the marker is. Okay, here's Jafar right here. See what he's running. Okay, nice little dig route inside. Nice catch to move the sticks. Okay. All right, here looks like he's playing that slot. Nice little dig route. Good. Did he? Was that one-handed? Yeah, that was one-handed, yo. Oh my goodness, man. This kid is freakishly talented, yo. Just plucks the ball out of the air. Looks like he's right here from that arrow. Okay, he's playing obviously that Y right there. Nice little route. Create that set. Late hands. Good strong catch. I like it. Where is he? Where's the thing? Okay, right here. Okay, cool. Little quick screen. Let's see what he does with the ball. Yak. Ooh. Jafar, man, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. Boom. Look, 1 foot in the ground. Ooh. Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord. Right there, make him miss. Good job getting that first down. Sheesh. All right, boom. Here he is again. Jafar look like 1-on-1. Nice dig route again. Good strong hands. Obviously over the middle of the field. Close to a first down. Same thing, 1-on-1 with this cornerback. Let's see what this safety does right here. What route does he run? Yeah, he's 1-on-1. Nice little hitch. Good job making him miss. Like he nearly scores right there, okay? All right, let's see. One time for Jafar. Good job, good strong hands. Not the best throw. Here he is here. Look like he's running a little out. Yep, wide open. Let's see what the ball after the catch. All right, gets his first down, gets out of bounds. Let's see in the slot. Wide open. Busted coverage, man. Good catch. Good job right there. Just finding the sliver of the defense right there. All right, here's Jafar right here. See what he does. Nice out route again. Good job right there moving the sticks. Okay, looks like punt return right here. Might be against St. Thomas Aquinas, looks like. Could be wrong. Yeah, no, it is St. Thomas Aquinas. Okay. Right here, nice little, let's see. Oh, okay. I see you, Jafar. Nice cutback right there. Okay. Camera angle does not help, bro. But I would say this kid is freakishly talented. Only thing I think he's missing there, y'all, just a couple more explosive plays. Like, not saying he wasn't explosive, like he made the freakishly athletic one-handed catch, creating separation, just being able to make bigger plays. If you're catching it short, being able to turn into a large game, right? That's what made Jordan Allen so good this year, right? Because Jordan Allen would get the ball and it'd be maybe a 2 yard gain and he's turning into 15, 20 yards, right? So for Jafar, I want to see that. I will say, though, seeing that punt return, he might have potential to play early this year, right? Because they do have Bailey Stockton. Obviously, they had Eric Rivers for dominate this year. Eric Rivers is gone. They could use another return man, especially in the punt return game, right? Because remember, for Georgia Tech, they did a good job wherever they was at creating big plays and get down the field and scoring touchdowns. Remember, number 19 total offense. But at the same time, if you can have somebody that can flip the field for you, that makes you dangerous. I feel like Jafar can be one of those guys that can flip the field for Georgia Tech potentially this year. We'll see what they do with his speed, but they got another guy, similar stature and build of a Malik Rutherford, of a Jordan Allen. Obviously, Rutherford graduates, but you got another guy that stature. But don't be surprised if you see him on punt return. That feels like that's a role that he could easily do. All right, man. So that is him. Let's go ahead and look at the big boys. We're gonna look at Cortland Hurd. Remember, we got the Hurd twins from obviously East Coweta. All right, so we're gonna look at them. He's playing predominantly left guard right here. So let's see what he does right here. Kind of playing. What's that play called? I can't remember it. It's basically when the guard has to run over, right? Um, I forget what that play is called in football. So y'all forgive me for it, but obviously showing the athleticism. Good job right there creating that hole. Looks like that was against Hillgrove. Same thing right here playing that left guard. A little motion. Here he is here. Let me see it one more time. That play went kind of fast. All right, here's Court Hurd right here. Good job in phase of 15. Good job getting the hat on the hat. All right, here he is again right here. Nice job finishing the block. Same thing here. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good job getting your hands on him, finishing it off. Right, staying in phase. Okay, let's see. Here's again left guard. Let me see. Good job right there. Good job getting a hat on the hat. Staying in phase goal line. Let's see what he's working with here. Good job, obviously trying to spring him free, create a hole. See a little bit of emotion. Here he is right here. So you get to that second level. Good job. Obviously showing that physicality. I like to see that. Okay, here we go. A little pass pro. Let me see. Thing goes so fast. All right, here he is right here. 62 yard pass pro. Boom. Okay, look like they ran a little bit of a stunt on the inside. Getting pushed back a little bit, but good job obviously anchoring it down. So like to see that. Let's see again. Here he is right here. Pass pro. Want to see him kind of square up a little bit more on his shoulders. Kind of leaning down right there. Right? Head's kind of down. Want to be head up. Decent block. Decent block. Doesn't get nowhere near. Just, seeing things he can kind of continue to fine tune. Right here, moving. Kind of gets pushed back a little bit. Good job right there finishing the block. See last play. Okay. I see the potential. I see the potential for sure. Let me make sure I get that. Was Cortland Hurd. I see the potential. Couple things to work on, obviously for sure. I don't know if he'll be ready year one. He is big, he's physical, he's athletic. What I'm saying? I think just a couple things he'll have to obviously work on. Pass pro being a little bit more stout up front. Being to get your hands up. and being able not to get pushed back so much. Footwork a little bit. Only reason I say footwork, just being able to have a quicker step. He already has the size and everything you need, but when they have you, and that's what it is, y'all. I couldn't think of it, but pulling guard. When you're a pulling guard, you got to get to that next level quick, right? You gotta get the likely defensive lineman or linebacker out of the way, and then you got to be able to get to that next level of that defense to spring your back free, right? College is gonna move faster, right? College is a fast game, so when you're a pulling guard, being able to knock out that edge rusher or whatever it may be, outside linebacker, and being able to get to that second level of that defense. So decent film. Obviously, I think it'll be a little bit of time. Maybe before season film. Not saying he can't play, kid can't play, but what Georgia Tech's looking for, the physicality, and the games that they're playing in next year, maybe a little time. But the potential is there. He's going to continue to develop, right? Still very early, obviously, for him. All right, now let's look at Courtney Hurd, his brother. This is full season highlights. Let's share this tab. So that was Cortland. This is Courtney. So here is Courtney. Let's see. Good job. Good base. Love that. Absolutely mauls the defender right there. What you want to see. Right here playing a little bit of that pull guard. Good job right there. Getting in phase. Finishing that block. Here against Lovejoy. Right here. Good job finishing. Creating that hole for the running back. Let me look at that one more time. Right there. Let's see. Boom. Good job right there. Yep. Creating that space for the running back to run through. Getting obviously that touchdown. Okay. He's playing more of that tackle spot. Let's see. 1-on-1 with 11. Oh, yeah. This is a Sandy Cree. I think that's JT Austin. Yeah. 1-on-1 right there. Good job just finishing the block down. Not letting him get near the running back. So good job. Good block right there from Courtney. See, here he is here. See, good job moving on the inside, helping out your teammates. See, there he just didn't have nobody to block. So love that. Love that he not just sitting there. And let me help my teammate finish him off. Here in that red zone. See what he does right there. Good job. Love that. Get square. Finishing down to the ground. Boom. Here he is right here. Good job right there. And then love that. He don't stop on the play, right? Got him early. Boom. Finish him off right there. Stays in phase with him. He gets back up. And boom. Completely eradicates him out of the play. Boom. Here he is here. Good job. They start finishing the block. Putting a little bit of left guard and left tackle, I would say. Love that. And you see that, and that's what I want to see out of Cortland a little bit. I think Courtney kind of has it, right? Here's the defender. He tries to throw the hands on him, right? He stays in phase the whole time, right? And finishes the block. I love that. That's textbook to me, right? Try to throw the hands. He stays on him, right? And look at his footwork right here. Stay in phase. Boom. And then when he tries to bend that corner, look at y'all see how he's trying to bend that corner, right? The edge is bending that corner. Boom. Completely mushes him down. Hey, you ain't getting nowhere near my quarterback. That's a great way to finish a block to me. Same thing here. Pass pro. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And then he long armed him. Watch this long arm right here. See, boom. He tried to chop him down. Look at that long arm right there. Nowhere near the quarterback. Completely eradicates him out of the play. And then looks like he's playing right tackle right here. Good job getting physical. See that one more time. Right here is against 13. Moves on the inside. Then boom. Completely moves him out of the play. Like that. Let's see right here. Good job getting physical. Nice finish on the block. Here's right here. 1-on-1 in phase. Look at that. Look at him throw him off. Here we go. Here's some competition right here. Playing up against Carrollton. Like he's right here. Good job. Nowhere near the quarterback, man. That's an excellent job. Just finishing the block. I think he is right here still. Yep. Left tackle, look like a little bit of speed right here. Good job just finishing the block, not holding, protecting his quarterback. Same thing here. Good looking. Boom. And that's what I meant. Y'all see that? Watch how he gets to the second level. Right? Boom. Square up. Okay, boom. I'm 1-on-1 with this backer right here. Boom. Let me get up on him. Completely move him out of the play. That's what I wanted to see. And boom, right here. Look at that. Love it. One more time. Right? Boom. Look. Let me hit 82. Then let me get to the second level of that defense, that backer. Move him out of the way. Look how that springs that free. And if I was, I mean, he's already signed now, but if I'm Courtney, I'm moving that as one of my top plays, number 2 or number 3, right? Because you show your ability to hit that first level, get to that second level, and look how much his block spring freezes back, right? Obviously, good job right here and by the receiver. But if Courtney doesn't get that block by him, now you're in business because you send up that running back with that safety. That's the last line of defense right there. So that was really sprung free by the offensive line, but great job by Courtney hitting that initial block, which is the backer. Then right here helping out his teammate. On the interior, right here playing right tackle, playing all over. Good initial block. Look at him finish it right there. Pushed all the way down to the ground, man. Showing that physicality. I love it. So nice footwork. Look at that. Look at him square up his shoulders and phase the entire time, man. Excellent block. Look at it. Let's look at it one more time. Boom, right here. I like it. Look at the footwork. You're already showing me signs, man. Look, watch that. Boom. See how he kicks up, y'all? Watch how he kicks up. Look at that one more time. Watch how Courtney kicks up. Boom, kicks up, squares up, nowhere near him. It's excellent footwork. Same thing here. Boom, watch the kick up. Kick up, boom, whatever you're trying to do, and then just anchors down, right? First step too slow, anchors up, too easy. Now this one, I ain't gonna lie, Courtney, it's probably one of your worst plays. Yeah, this one right here is gonna draw a flag because you're hitting low. So that'll definitely throw that against you in college. Um, I get it though. That's part of probably the scheme. That's the only play I might throw out. Other than that, that kid can play. And I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. I like his brother. I think Courtney, based off of the highlights, I mean, I have seen him in person week 1 of the season, but based off the highlights, I would say Courtney's a little bit further along to me than Cortland is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the potential, is there a little bit more. I feel like Cortland needs a little bit more work, but Courtney feels like, hey, if you needed a tackle or a big body on the inside, he might not be the best, year one, but he can be another body for you if you had a tough year with injuries. I feel like Courtney could give you that, man. So very solid film, and I'm gonna give bro a B+. I really like watching his film. I think kid has good potential. All right. All right, now we're gonna watch mid-season. This is gonna be CJ Gamble, linebacker. And remember, it's kind of a place of need. I like how Georgia Tech got 3 in this cycle because you're gonna lose a lot of guys after next year, right? Probably after next year, no, not this year. You'll still, next year you'll still have Kyle Eford and Kamen Spalding and some of those guys. But after that, you're gonna have to retool that linebacker unit, and I think they did really good getting a physical run stopper and a guy that that can make open field tackles. I mean, you see it right there. Dude ain't playing around. 1-on-1, smaller guy, open field. He sees, he attacks. That's what you want at your backer position. See, attack. Right there, running a little bit of a blitz. Come on. Look at that. Right? And you telling me this can't help Georgia take day one? Come on, look at that. Look at that physicality. Absolutely mauls the guy and still makes the play on the ball. Come on, bro. And I mean, mind you, that boy is big. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter with CJ. Right there, good job. Look at that. And he's not hesitating. Right? Boom. See that? Look at him fill that A gap right there. Let him fill that space. Right? Boom. Fill the space. 1-on-1. Nice open field tackle. Right? See, attack. That's all CJ. See, attack. Boom. Right? Laying the boom every time. Putting your body on the line. Right? Against Rome. Pretty good team. He's still in the playoffs. Playing tonight, actually. Right? Here he is here. Quarterback tries to escape. He ain't going nowhere. Good job by CJ. Here he is again right here. Boom. Little trick play. Look. And look how small this guy is. You know this dude's quick. Look at CJ go run this play down. That is what Georgia Tech has been missing. They need a guy like that. See the play, go react, go run it the hell down. I feel like they have one backer that can do that, and that is Kamen Spalding, in my opinion. Not saying others can't play, they can. But I mean, consistently chasing down a play from a faster slot receiver, yeah, no. Boom, right there. Boom, look at that physicality, right? Don't come in that middle when I'm there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel me every time. Right here, 1-on-1. I mean, dude got nowhere, right? Took one step. CJ's right here. Boom. Looking to make contact. Once he makes contact, that is it. Third and short. Nowhere near close. Same thing here. Out quick. Look at CJ go and hustle his play down. Boom. Look at that. Boom. You're going to feel that tomorrow. And that's what it should be like. You know, when you have linebackers, the team should feel that throughout the rest of the week. They should feel the hits. They should feel the contact. Boom. Look at CJ right here. Good job. I mean, come on, man. 1-on-1 with a center. Boom. Hits contact. Get you off me. Let me go make the play. Boom. See attack. All day long with CJ. See attack. Same thing right there. On the blitz, like, I feel like he's going to be so fun to coach because you could do a whole bunch of things with him. You know what I'm saying? See the right here, little pitch play. Look, 1-on-1. Another TFL, right? See and an attack. Too easy. All right, now this is Carrollton. I can't do nothing about this one, y'all. This is how I was able to capture it. But, I mean, I see why he put it on his film. Look at this right here. 1-on-1 with the running back. Pushes him all the way back. Woo-wee. Boy's just physical. Right here, 1-on-1 in the hole. Nice open field tackle again. Here in the red zone. Watch CJ. And then boom. And I always tell out with backers, like they hesitate. He sees it, he attacks. That's how you should be as a backer. See, attack. Every time. That's what you're seeing with CJ. See, attack. All day long, man. I like him as a backer, man. He's going to help out with a lot of their problems. Right? Blitz, be physical, don't matter. Get you off me 1-on-1, bringing them down. Boom, another blitz. Watch this blitz right here. Nice big hit as well, man. I give him a B+, A-, man. Kid can absolutely play. If you Georgia Tech, at worst, you got a rotational linebacker year one, right? So many veterans, but when remember this is a team, 92nd total defense, or I think 90th total defense, whatever it was, 92nd in run defense. This is why you get kids like this, because you need somebody to fill the holes, right? Fill the A gap, fill the B gap. Now, there will be adjustment because it's another level, but he already showed that he's going to have the physicality. He's going to be able to chase people down, and he's going to be gap and sound discipline. Those are areas you need for Georgia Tech. I feel like even in CJ Gamble, you got three backers in this cycle. He at least gives you that out of one of the three. You've seen for yourself. All right. Next guy, Kentrell Davis. Seen him up close and personal, man. Definitely enjoyed it. Kid is a stud. I didn't understand for the life of me why they didn't throw it. Like, it was points in the game. He didn't even get the ball. I mean, I don't know how you don't get this dude the ball. But dude's electric. I was actually at this game. This is when they played Hoover. Right? Nothing crazy right there. Just like a little stutter and go. 1-on-1. And then after that, he gonna take it for 6, man. Just a weapon. Absolute weapon. Another big body that you got that's athletic. Right here, running the little post over the middle face of the defense. Too easy. Here he is here. Right, nothing crazy. But boom, another guy that can go get it. 50-50 ball, 80-20 ball. Right? Here's a defender trying to get up. Too big, too strong, too fast, too athletic. Kentrell goes to go get it. Here he is here. Boom. Look at the route run right there. Obviously, you guys can see zone. And you know his zone. Watch it. He faced gosh, I can't think of the word. Watch how he passes this off. See? That's a signal right there. Passes it off. But at that point, you beat. You beat. All right, boom. Here he is here. Let's see. Nice route. Nothing crazy, right? Boom, little Hezo. Go over the middle of the defense. Easy touchdown again. Here he's here. Nice little post route again. Right? And you got to play up on him. Footwork is too good. Footwork is too good. Here he is here. Nice little fade ball. 1-on-1 jump ball. That's mine all day long. Easy 6. And boom. I mean, I don't know what the defender's doing, right? Fakes inside right there. Watch the fake inside. Boom. Fade. Stutter. Go outside. Oh, come on. Come on, internet. All right, here he is again. Here's Kentrell. Watch this, y'all. Oh, that was hard to see. Couldn't really see the route that he ran there because it was cut off. So I can't really comment on that one. But right here, same thing. Just too easy. You know what I'm saying? No press, no nothing, right? So kind of fakes like he's gonna go in and then turns on the jets right there. Gets obviously over the face of the defender. Too easy of a score. Boom. Here he is right here. And boom, you see his ability in the open field, man, all day long. You know what I'm saying? All day long. And boom, right here. Let's see what he runs. Little stutter, like the adjustment to the ball. Great job right there. Right. This is covered up pretty well. Right. Boom. Lay hands, adjust to the ball, acrobatic catch. So again, another acrobatic. We talked about Darnell Collins. You got another acrobatic guy right here, 50-50. Can get it to 80-20. Right here, a little short, little hitch. Waits for it. Boom. Watch it be in the open field. Come on, man. Tall like that and just moving like that. Boom. Make him miss. Watch that cut. Make him miss. Touching air. And only gets caught right. But another nice play. You know, being able to get the team into the red zone. And right here, just killing that zone. Right defense falls asleep. Right there, making the defender miss. You know what I'm saying? Good job in the open field again. Good yak yardage. Right here, let's see. He's going to run right here. Ooh, okay. Nice little hitch and go. Good adjustment to the ball. Nice strong hands again, man. Boom, here he is here. Get off of me. Nice little out route. Good catch. Here he is again. Can't see the route that he ran, but looked like he was probably a post. Too big, too fast, too strong, man. Let's see the run. Okay, nice little hitch. Make him miss. Good job right there. And I love his ability after the catch, man. That's important. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously showing he can do all that. Right? Right. Nice little kind of like a stutter dig. And then boom. I mean, come on. You're not seeing too many receivers move like that. Make him miss. That's one. That's two. That's three. You know what I'm saying? It makes nearly 4 defenders miss right there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you want to see if you're Georgia Tech. Okay, here he is right here, kind of operating out of that slot. See what he runs here. Just over the middle of the face of the defense. Find the open zone. Obviously, easy catch. All right, right here playing that wide. Okay, here we go. Look at that perimeter blocking. That's what we want to see if you're a Georgia Tech fan. Perimeter blocking right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Completely eradicating him out of the play. Let us see that if you're a Tech fan. Right here. Obviously standing out. Let's see what he runs. Ooh, man, that's crazy. I thought really Kentrell was going to run a route there, but he didn't. Completely torches the defender too, but turns into a block. And then boom, look at that physicality. Completely throws him out of the play, man. All right, here he is here. Oh man, he's torching these defenders on the block. Look at that. Sheesh, man. Completely throws him out of the play. I'd be mad too if I was a defender. That right there is a weight room. Boom, look at this. Nice block. Again, things that Georgia Tech wants to see, man. They want to see you be physical. They want to see you be at a perimeter block right there. Drops the shoulder. Those 23 out of the play, man. That's what you want to see, man. That's what you're getting in Kentrell. Physical, big body receiver, strong hands, winning 50-50 ball. Right there, boom, look. Come on, man. Textbook. Textbook, man. Another Tech. People will be talking about him more in the future. But that kid can go. I've seen him up close in person. And like I said, I didn't understand for the life of me why he didn't get the ball more than what he did in that game against Hoover. A game they really should have won, if I'm honest. But yeah, I didn't understand it. All right. Appreciate the 6 people tuning in, man. Much love to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning into the live, man. We still going, brother. We still going. All right. Now this next one, again, I don't know what it is. They didn't have a lot of film, so this is Kamani Morales. I heard he had an injury, so I don't think he'll play early on with Tech in terms of the spring ball. But we'll see if he's there, obviously, in the fall camp. But he only had like 2 clips. So this one right here, obviously showcasing that physicality. Boom, completely eradicating that guy and still making the tackle on the play. So love that. But that was it for that. And then he had one with Edna Carr that he did. Here he is here, kind of bringing that blitz. Obviously drops out of it. The quarterback's going to come his way and just still tackle. Same thing here. Here's Kamani, one-on-one. Nice tackle, good wrap up. And just to show y'all boys I'm not bluffing, I want you guys to see. And again, y'all got to talk to the kids on that, man. Just tell them to update their film. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to share this tab with y'all. Look, Edna Carr, Chamana Madonna, St. Joseph Prep. That's it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Recaps. And if you guys know, if you watch the recap, it only shows one of their highlights with 5 other highlights of other players. So recaps are basically irrelevant, right? And then this was last year junior film. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that long either way. So again, all this stuff is from last year. So I know y'all want to see updated film. So Kamani can't really say, but you have to trust the judgment because he went to obviously American Heritage. They produce dogs all day long. All right. And this guy's gonna be Alex Willis, obviously from First Academy Orlando. Mid-season film. That's all he had, about 1:12. All right here gets a TFL. Oh, good swim move. I like that. Here he is right here. Look at that swim move he does against the defender. Boom, good swim. Nice open field tackle right there. Good TFL. All right, let's see what he does here. Same thing. Oh, nice hands again. Good job kind of shoring up that lane. This is what Georgia Tech's going to need. They need interior guys, right? No Akilo Stoll, no Jordan Vandenberg, no Matthew Alexander, right? Likely will be hitting the portal on that, but it's nice to have a good young guy in the rotation that can help you as well next year. Good job containing the outside. Here he is here. Good strong hands. Good job staying gap discipline. Good tackle along with your teammates. All right, let's see. Same thing here. Nice quick first step. Good TFL. Rally with your guys and wrap them up. Looks like he's right here. Same thing. Good hands. Good swim. All right, here he is on that outside edge. Good hands again. Man, this kid hands is really good. Same thing here. Good hands. Get you off of me. One-on-one. Good open field tackle. Last play. Same thing. Good strong hands. Aggressive tackler. Again, only a minute long. That's all they had, y'all. I do apologize for that, but all they had on their huddles. But first thing I see is violent hands, and that's what you want to see out of your interior defensive lineman. If you can be violent with your hands, quick first step, the coach can develop you even more, man. So we'll see. Underrated get obviously for Alex Willis, but really good strong hands. You see it there. Strong hands, get your hand up. Obviously, take away that play for the quarterback, man. So only a minute long, couldn't see everything, but decent film. Decent film. All right, our next guy, y'all, is going to be Amir Clark out of Kissimmee, Florida. I'm not going to try to say that name because I don't look like an idiot, but we'll look at the majority of his film. It's 7 minutes. We'll probably go about 4 or 5 minutes on the film. All right, y'all? But again, this is, one more time, make sure I get y'all right. This is Amir Clark. Strong hands right there. Good job making obviously a TFL. Let's see. One more time. Okay, he's right here on the interior. Number 44. Good job right there. Penetrating, making a play. Let's see. Good bull rush right there. Obviously taking that away. Love to see that. Here he is here. Okay, nice. I like it. So other one you seeing with Alex Willis, obviously strong hands or violent hands, I should say. This guy right here, just the physicality you seeing in the guys being physical, taking away that airspace. Same thing here. Nice move with your hands, affecting the passer. Good, nice sack. Here he is here, another bull rush. Completely engulfs the running back. Love to see that, just eating up space. Same thing there, good bull rush. Stepping up, getting a nice sack on the quarterback, making it tough on him. I like it. Boom, another bull rush right there. And then this good job. Just pretty much he blocked that center into the running back. Pretty much. I mean, completely blows up the play. Strong, physical, defensive lineman on the interior, kind of what you need. Same thing there, taking on that double team, getting through it, blowing up another play. Boom, here he is here. Boom, nice strong hands again. Another bull rush. Bull rush right there, and then boom, staying in phase, taking away that little gap, eating up space, and then boom, same thing, and just head on straight. Right there, boom. Strong physical, put your head in there, bam, completely engulfs the defender again. And then boom, same thing, just not giving no slither of space, just eating up the space, right? Tries to go inside. He should have stayed outside where his 2 blocks were. He cuts inside, and then boom, look who's there to meet him, Amir Clark. So I feel like he gives you a lot of what you need at the interior, you know what I'm saying, defensive lineman. Eats up space, good bull rush. Might have to work on a couple pass rush moves, but he gives you what you need at the interior defensive line. Same thing here, just good, strong, physical, engulfing that space. Good TFL. Same thing here. Just relentless. I like that. That's another thing that stands out. I like his relentlessness. Right there, boom, doesn't get there initially, pushes him off. Obviously, good half sack with his teammate. Let's see what he does here. And the same thing, doesn't get there initially, but just stays in phase, right? Boom. And completely look at him, just his hands right there, y'all, and engulf that running back. Here he is again right here. Nice hands. Get your hand up, force it incompletion. I love to see that. Same thing here. Bull rush. Get off it. Wrap up the ball carrier. And then same thing, just good initial penetration, right? Let's see if they block them. No, they don't. No block. Plays going to this side, and they didn't block them. Blows up the play. Boom, he's right there, just taking on an initial block, sifting through it. Another nice tackle. Good job right there, being able to evade the offensive lineman. It's being able to just eat up space consistently. And I love that. Couldn't get there initially, and this is what we want defensive linemen to do. Can't get there for the screen. Boom, let him get his hands up. Nice batted ball, man. That's another win for the defense. And the same thing, just eating up space. We look for another minute or so. See where he's at. Let's see. Same thing right there. Strong physical. Good job running that play down. Good job getting through the gap. Falls down, but gets back up and finds his footing. Here he is here. Good bull rush. Just affecting the play again. Nice job getting the hands up. The same thing right there. Affecting the passer, getting his eyesight, forcing that turnover, man. Let's see. Good strong physical. Ooh. Looks like he knocked somebody's helmet off. Yup, not 76. Bomb. Love that physicality. Okay. Yeah, so I think what Jordan says getting here, a strong physical guy. Fill the A or the B gaps. Relentless. Can use a bull rush. Might have to work on a couple different pass rush moves to affect it that way. But at the bare minimum, he's going to give you a solid defensive run stopper, defensive interior lineman. That's kind of what he gives you, man. So decent, obviously fills the needs early, and obviously what Georgia Tech needs. But that is what his film obviously looks like. All right, next guy is going to be Christian Speakman. They flipped him, obviously, from Georgia State. And he's going to play defensive interior as well. So he'll be likely with Amir Clark. So this is offensive line. We'll see if we can get some defensive line film because offensive line doesn't really help us because that's not what he's playing at the next level. I think this one is defensive. Yes. Okay, good. All right, let's see what he does here. Good job. Good move. Strong hands. Okay, right here looks like this is a field goal attempt. Oh, okay. Nice bull rush. Okay, nice bull rush. Knock him off. Nice block field goal. Here, that doesn't help us. Okay, another field goal attempt. Strong physical again. Another, obviously, block field goal. This one doesn't help. Offensive line. Okay, here we go. Let's look at defensive line film. See what he does here. Nice move like that. Look at the strong hands, y'all. Violent hands. You gotta have the hot violent hands. Nice violent hands. And then boom. Quarterback don't even see it. He's trying to get rid of it. Bam. Love that. Okay, right here playing the opposite nose tackle position. Let's see what he does here. Great job. I mean, blows up the play. Look, strong bull rush. And then engulfs the obviously the running back right there. Left tackle does not help us. Nope. All right, here we go again. Here he's playing a little bit of defense. Let's see what he does here. Bull rush again. Nearly tackles the lineman into him. Look at that. Strong physicality. Look. Boom. Left tackle does not help us at all. Okay, here he is here, y'all. Look like he might be offsides a little bit, though. Yeah. Looks like he's offsides. They just didn't call it. Oh, man. Another left tackle. Like he got it a little bit spread. Like he left tackle again. Uh-oh. All right. Left tackle. That doesn't help us. Here he is here. Good strong physical bull rush one-on-one with the running back. Obviously good pursuit. Obviously doing the defensive lineman dance. Love to see that. All right, here he is. Again, he is offside, y'all. His head shouldn't be that close to that guy. So hard to do that one, but he's definitely offsides there. He is too. But good initial penetration. Yeah, left tackle. I mean, we don't really care about. We want to see defensive line. That's what he's going to play. Right there. Good strong physicality. Good bull rush. Look at a couple more. That is obviously left tackle. We don't want to see that. Let's see what he does. See what he does. Nice hands. Love that. Probably didn't need the jump there, but I get it. He probably thought he was going to get rid of it right there, but he would have had an easy sack. But good job. Good penetration. Good job using your hands. Good strong physicality. Obviously taking away that A or B gap. See, we look at like two more. Same thing there. Good job sifting through. Taking away that running play for Newman, it looks like. We'll look at this last one. See what he does here. Good job sifting through. So I would say probably your first two defensive linemen, probably rotational players, if I'm honest with y'all, at best. Year one. No disrespect. I think they'll be rotational players. At worst case, y'all, they'll probably end up being they might be redshirt guys, you know what I'm saying? Just you see the strong, the physicality, they might have to polish up a couple things to get off the first step. But definitely obviously fills that role of what Georgia Tech's looking for. It just may take a little time to develop that. All right. So that is Christian Speakman. We're gonna look at this guy right here. One I'm very excited about, along with CJ Gamble. And this is Braylon Outlaw. I think the kid has a very bright future. And he has that kind of that athleticism. I talked about Gamble kind of, being that guy. I thought that matches Cayman Spalding in terms of the physicality component of it. This guy matches Cayman Spalding in terms of athleticism, right? And you see it right here. 1-on-1 on the edge, on the outside. You with a fast player. He's going to pitch that running back, and then Braylon Outlaw sees it and forces a fumble. Obviously, big play right there. And the boom, here he is right here. And look at him close that space. And far too often we've seen Georgia Tech struggle with that this year, right? Quarterback's there, has all day to throw. Look at him come fast like a bat out of you know what? Boom. Good physical play. Obviously affects the quarterback. Big hit. What you want to see. Here he is again right here. 1-on-1 in the hole. Nice wrap-up tackle. And so many times Tech has struggled with just they'll be in the spot. They'll get the big hit, but they're not wrapping up, right? What I like about all three of these backers, they wrap up, right? Boom. Good job wrapping up, not just looking for the big hit. Right here outside, here comes that pitch. Get through that block, and there's Outlaw. Limits that to a 2-3 yard gain. 1-on-1 on the island by yourself with a receiver. I mean, right place, right time, right? Because he could have easily fell for the eye candy and went for this guy. Sees the quarterback's eyes. Pause it right there. He sees that he wants to go to 21 on that short dig and jumps in front of it, right? And that's what Georgia Tech needs. They need more guys that can do this stuff, especially at the linebacker role, right? That's what made Jacob Rodriguez so special. He was good at run stopping. He was good at blitzing the quarterback. He's good in coverage. Georgia Tech has been missing a good cover guy for quite a long time at the linebacker spot, right? They might have something with this Outlaw kid. And here he is right here on the outside, 1-on-1 space, right? Because remember, look at all this space out here, y'all. Let's see all that, right? And then you have your safety in your corner. So when you don't make that tackle, he's getting to that second level. 1-on-1, good wrap-up tackle by yourself. And here playing a little bit of offense right there, a little wildcat formation. And you see the athleticism and the physicality playing running back. That's a great sign for Georgia Tech for sure because the kid's athletic. They've been lacking that a little bit. The same thing, just going to go make a play. This is why I'm so excited to see this kid. Look at this, right? Look at the recognition. He's over here, y'all, right? This quarterback's just trying to get this seam, which I see why the quarterback threw it here, and then just go make a play, right? Throws it up. Look at Braylon Outlaw. Go make a play on the ball. I mean, this is such an elite get for Georgia Tech. I mean, and you prevent the touchdown right there. Just great way to see that, make a play. Here he is again right here. A little screen pass. Watch him blow it up. Boom. Completely blows up the screen. And you guys can't tell me, like, healthy Braylon Outlaw can't make an impact day one. You can't tell me he can't. Right here, look, 1-on-1. I know they have a bunch of linebackers. I get it, y'all. But look at this. Come on, man. Yeah, you're not seeing that everywhere else. Hey, again, he was committed to Tennessee for a reason, y'all. I'm telling you, this is an elite flip for Georgia Tech. Watch this. Boom, little eye candy play. It's coming to his side. Look at Outlaw. Like a bat out of just a flash. 1-on-1. Look at that tackle. Come on, man. Same thing right here. Plays coming to his side. Pitch. Get off the block. Look at that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Kid's elite. Kid's elite. Watch it. Okay, here's the quarterback. Let's look at Outlaw. Boom. Stands him up. Hits him in his tracks. Right here, some more athleticism. Wildcat formation. Making a play. Showcasing that speed. Come on, man. Another wildcat play right here. A little motion. Boom. Look at that. Oh, nice cut. Come on, man. Look at Outlaw take it to the house. Exactly what you want to see, man. Here's again. Play coming to his side. Here's that block. Get off that block. Contain. Set the edge. What was those things that Brent Key said all year? Set the edge. Sets the edge right there and completely gets, obviously, the quarterback. Don't let him get to the outside, man. All day long. Right here. Red zone. Wildcat. He keeps. Look at this move he's going to put on this defender right here. Boom. Come on, bro. This is what you want out of a linebacker. Look at that physicality. Trucks him. 1, 2, 3. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. See, right there, blitzing off the edge, blows up the play. Last one. Right here, look at that. Outside. And look at him chase the play down. Y'all can't tell me Braylon Outlaw doesn't give you Cayman Spalding vibes. Athletic, blows up plays, sets the edge, contains, blitzes, makes plays on the ball, does all of that. Kid is special. You better believe it. If he's healthy, they can disguise or do different packages. Him and Cayman on either side, or the Tajay Butler and how much better he's improving. You got physical linebackers in this class. You have athletic linebackers in this class. I'm telling you, man, this was a really good linebacking core and unit to build around if you're Georgia Tech. That's going to be good for some years to come, man. Really like what he did at the linebacker spot, man. Very, very special. Very special. All right, man. Next guy is going to be Jeremy Winston. He obviously played alongside our guy, Darnell Collins. So you're going to kind of see the contrast of the two. Strong physical, Darnell. And obviously another guy that can go 6'3", deep threat, Darnell Collins. Here he is here. Right, it's kind of running a little fade. Gets obviously open. Nice catch. And here, a little punt return action right here. And boom, sees the opening, gets it, and he's going. Only the punter to beat right there. Too fast. Easy touchdown for obviously Jeremy Winston. Near punt block. Here it is again. Here he is, y'all. Whoa, was that a pitch back? Yep. There's Darnell. Yep. Pitches it back before he gets tackled. And look at Jeremy. Look at that speed, y'all. I don't know, man. I talked about Jafar Geno. This might be another guy they can put out there too at that punt return position. Right here, nice little route. Gets open. Obviously, you see the deep threat ability as well, y'all. All right, here's Jeremy again. Let's see what he's running here. Looks like we got a little bit of a press. Nice little hezzy route. Good adjustment to the ball and traffic. Obviously, good play right there. Right here, a little bubble screen. Okay. Showing a little bit of QBU. Hey, you might can run a couple little packages, man. Let him throw the ball a little bit, little trick plays. I like that. Here we go. Uh-oh. Got another punt. Got another punt. Boom. Just catches it out of the air. I don't know what the special teams unit was doing. Sees that open grass. Good cut over the middle. Another touchdown. Dynamic, man, with the ball in his hands, man. I don't know. He might be one they can use on them punt returns, man. All right. Looks like that's a throw. I can't really see that to tell y'all. Maybe he was running a downfield route. Ball looked like it was underthrown, but does a good job adjusting and still making obviously a nice play. Nearly scores. Can't really comment too much on that. Couldn't see it, y'all. Another little bubble. Ooh, okay. Kind of going backwards, but finding an open space. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think this is a guy. I talked about Jafar, but yeah, he probably should be on punt return next year. I mean, this would probably be a big no-no. You would tell guys not to do reverse field, but he almost turns it into like a punt return. You know what I'm saying? So when you have that, that definitely makes it special. A little spinning up route, up and out. Easy touchdown, 1-on-1, red zone, press. Just too quick. Good footwork. Footwork kills the corner. You ain't even do nothing crazy. Stub your feet down in the ground. Easy catch, easy tug. Same thing right there. Nice little post, or slant, I should say. Cooks the defender again. All right, right here, little tunnel. Uh-oh. Another, obviously, trick play. Deep down the field. Another, obviously, passing touchdown. Let's see what he does here. Little stutter and go. Nice catch. Obviously, over the middle of the field. Let me see. Hard to see that one. Oh. I'm assuming another post play. Hard to see it with the camera angle, y'all. I apologize. All right, let's see what Jeremy does here. Looks like he's running another post route. Good adjustment to the ball. Nice strong hands. Good catch. Same thing right here. Good footwork. There's a little hezzy route. Obviously, and he's just cooking defenders off his route running. So, Tortella, they got another elite route runner on their hands with Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to just create that space, that opening for himself. Then another little spin off route. Nice catch, good hands. Right here, another little trick play. Throw down the field. Like they ran it a lot this year. Easy touchdown. Hard to see that one because of the camera angle, y'all. Nice catch. Another nice catch. Like ran a little hitch route right there. Another hitch. Here it is. So he does the ball in his hands. Good catch. Move the sticks. Oh, here we go, y'all. Another punt. Another punt. See what he does with it. Yeah, nice gain. Yeah, I could definitely see him on punt return coverage for sure. Here's right here, a little bubble. The defender miss. The drop in that shoulder. Let's see him again. Can't really see the route he ran. Quarterback buying time. Good job coming back to the ball. And then, like I said, every time he catches it, like he turned into a punt return. You know what I'm saying? So avoiding the defenders. Nice catch. Good gain. Yeah, man, I can see the potential. I would say year one. I don't know how much he'll see the field, but definitely could be a guy to use in punt return coverage. Good elite route runner, good footwork, can create separation, deep downfield threat. Good job with the yak yardage. He can bring a little bit of everything. Now they're kind of loaded at wide receiver, so it'll be interesting to see what role he plays year one. But he could definitely find himself on special teams for sure. All right, man, we're gonna roll the big guy. He's been commenting all day. That is Jordan Woods. We're gonna run his midseason film. But in 1 second, we got highlights. What's up, Najee? What's going on, Arxa? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. I've seen a couple of Texas defensive guys hit the portal. You think Blake will target those guys or have a connection to get them to Tech? Because that'll be huge for this defense. I would not be surprised, brother, if they do. Obviously, he started out at Texas. That makes a lot of sense if they do. You know what I'm saying? Guys that they can plug and play. I did an article today on SI, and I said I think they need to get like probably 3 or 4 guys or 2 or 3 guys in the secondary, especially at the cornerback spot. Because you think about it, they graduate Rodney Shelley, no Amari Harvey anymore. The only returner really is Zachary Toby. They'll have Daquan White, but he wasn't a starter. And then, you know, they'll have obviously John Mitchell, Savion Riley, and Kelvin Hill. Could look to get some more veteran guys in there or even a plug-and-play guy instantly in year one. So I definitely think you could see Blake target a couple of those guys, and we'll see what they decide to do, what's in their budget, but would not shock me for sure. All right, let's keep rolling, man. My guy Jordan Woods. Let's make sure we got it. Let's share this tab. All right. And I like this kid. I watched this film earlier this year. And he's like a Swiss Army knife. I know that Tech missed out on Jordan Carter, but this guy has a big upside and he can play a little bit of everything, which is why I like his film a lot. Right here playing the edge. Look at the handwork right there. Right. And what's crazy, he does a little stutter. Right. Watch the little stutter. Boom, 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 little stutter. Look at him chop the hands down the offensive lineman. Quick first step. Get the sack. Right. Here he is again right here. Look at that. Good hands. Good job staying disciplined. Right. Seeing it. But hey, let me not rush out too much. That opens up, obviously, this inside right here. So good job adjusting, taking that away. Good, obviously, sack right there. Good job being eye discipline right there as well. And then this is the Swiss Army knife I'm talking about. So rushing the edge. You see right here, he's lined up on the interior. Right? Taking on that excuse me, y'all. Taking obviously on that center. Right? Boom. Look him square with that center. Boom, get past him. And look what he does right here. This engulfs the quarterback. Exactly what you want to see. So that's why I like his game. And it has a lot of upside because he can play anywhere. Same thing right here. Playing on the inside. Good, strong hands again. Sift through, obviously, the offensive lineman hands and make a big QB hit. Same thing here. Look at him pursue that edge right there. Good job, obviously, taking away that gap for the running back to run through. Boom. Here he is right here. Good job. And let's say he uses his hands to his advantage. Watch it. Boom. throws him completely down, and then boom, takes away that open gap for the running back to run through. Does that all throughout his film. Same thing right here. In the interior, blows the play up again. Watch this, y'all. Look at this. Boom. Gets through that initial offensive lineman. Then he has to get through that guard. Still gets through the guard. This running back wants to run in between this hole. Look at him adjust, not get caught right here, but instead take away this little gap. Boom. Get in there with the gap. Bring him down. Same thing. See on the interior. Look at that. Taking on a double team right here. Y'all see that? That's a double team. Doesn't matter. Gets through the double team and letting them come down. That's what you want to see, man. Just that relentlessness, right? He could have quilted right here and fell down or whatever. No. Shakes off both of them. Gets skinny, obviously, in that little hole. And then takes away, obviously, that running play. Boom. Same thing right here. Look. Double team. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like that. He's a smart player. Watch this. Boom. He sees that. See both of these guys, y'all? That's a double team, right? Now his quarterback wants to get through this hole. Look at him stay. And that's what I like, though. He keeps his eyes on the quarterback, right? Sees it. Okay, hey, I can't go this way. They got me. Let me get through this one right here. And if I'm the quarterback, I'm going to do the same thing. I see a whole sliver of green grass. Look at Jordan Woods eat up this area. All this space right here. Boom. Y'all see that? Right? Great job by him, right? Takes away that opening and still adjusts to the ball, right? Now, most coaches will get mad at you about this because, like, bro, what are you doing? Right? Why did you sift over this way and create another opening? But Woods is so talented that he can take away that and still, through a double team, get to over here to take that away. Because I'm a quarterback, okay, damn, you took that away. Let me go on this side. And there's still nobody over here, y'all. Y'all see how open that is? Nobody's there. Look at Woods still make a play. Come on, bro. That's really good. Same thing here, a little stunt. Boom. Just affecting the QB right there, speeding up his clock. Right? Boom. Nice hit. Affect the play. All right, here he is here. Good job sifting through. Good tackle in the open space. Same thing here. Double team again. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Another double team. Watch that. See that double team? Two people on Jordan Woods right here. Don't matter. He still stays gap disciplined. Takes away that space. Here he is here. Same thing. Another double team. Fights through it. Takes away that opening for the running back. Gets another nice TFL. Same thing. Still playing the interior, y'all. Watch that. Eat up that space. Stay disciplined. Look at that. Because they trying to move him. Watch that. See that double team? They're trying to move him away. Now, if I'm the running back, this is a smart play because this is taken up. I'm going to run through that gap that open it. But look at Woods right here. Still take on the double team, affect them, and be able to get through the block, the double team again. Here he is here. Good, strong, violent hands. Sifts through, makes another nice TFL. Again, playing that interior. Same thing, good, strong hands, stay disciplined. Now allow that opening, obviously, for the running back. Same thing here. Good job sifting through. And I just, like I said, I love his relentlessness, man. Just all day long. Just relentless. Just taking on double teams. Still not, opening up the gap. Really good film, man. Really good film. It's going to be a fun player to watch for Georgia Tech because he could play a little bit of everything. Inside, outside. He'll be a fun one to see when they coach him up. And just his ability to obviously rush, it's going to help him out a lot, man. Kid can play, kid can go. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one to watch for Georgia Tech for sure. All right, y'all. We almost down towards the end. Got a couple more. Wow, I've been on this for 2 hours. I did not know I was on this long. All right, now this is LJ Crumity. Obviously, he's going to run a little bit of obviously defense for them. And he didn't have a lot of film, just explosive plays for himself. Didn't see a lot of film when obviously I rolled it. So this one just him taking it as a running back, making a big play. Same thing here. Little RPO game. Same thing here. A little wildcat formation. Find the opening in the defense. Reverse field. Easy touchdown. Nice cut. Here he is there. Nice, obviously, throw. Same thing, low QB keeper. Showcasing that speed, get to the outside. Another QB keeper. Let's see him right there looking down the field. Nice job right there, making something out of nothing. Making multiple people miss. Good job moving the sticks. Another QB keeper. Let me see if he had any defensive film. Because this is just so offense. Okay, looks like he created a new defensive clip. All right, bro. Get somebody copyrighted like that. Let me make sure this is him, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, it says LJ. Okay. He Madison County. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I think this is him. All right, here we go. All right, we can look at the defense now. LJ Crumeny. Let's see. Playing obviously that safety spot. Let's see what he's doing here. Oh my gosh. Great job staying in phase right here. Look at this play. One-hander? Oh my goodness. That was elite right there. It's elite. Here's right here. Okay, can you make the big hit? Can you make that tackle in open space? Oh, wow. Receiver just gifted him a play on there. Yep. That's crazy, bro. But hey, good job by LJ being in the right spot at the right time. But wild play. All right, here he is here. Ooh, okay, laying the lumberjack right there. Big number 2. Boom. So you're gonna feel that one in the morning. Okay. I like that physicality. See, here he is there. Boom. Well, I tell you, boy, Coach Jones and Coach Peoples, they got some heavy hitters, man, on the outside, man. It's definitely gonna be a physical bunch moving forward, man. That's a great sign for Georgia Tech, though. I'll tell you that. Some physical corners, some physical safeties, man. They're gonna be hitting people hard. Here's again right here. Nice open field tackle in space. Good wrap up. Here he is here. Let's see a little bubble screen. One-on-one in space. Can you make the tackle? Good job right there. Good job wrapping them up. Another bubble. Ooh. Nice big hit right there. Bam. Laying the lumberjack. Third down. Let's see. Quick pass. Woo. Love it, man. Exquisite time. Look how far off he is. And then look at the closing speed. Already sees it right there. And then boom. Love that, man. Another looks like a really good guy in space, man. He is right here. Same thing. Open space. Big hit. I love it, man. And to be real with y'all, outside of AJ, not AJ, outside of Amari Harvey, the cornerbacks was not that physical. You know what I'm saying? Good, decent corners Georgia Tech had, but outside of Amari Harvey, they didn't have this level of physicality, bro. And I think you see that off the tape instantly. Right here, running plays coming his side. Another nice hit, stopping him in his tracks, man. So kid can play. Another really elite kid. Pair him with Travis and obviously Jayton Terry. Another elite corner, Georgia Tech, then got a really slept on guy as well, man. So good get for them. All right, man. Down to 3 more, man. Isaac Aborta. He is from Raven Gap. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Been live for 2 hours. It's crazy. Can't say I ain't dedicated. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, here he is right here. See what he runs. Looks like that's just a deep post route. Good job creating that space. Good catch in traffic. Okay, good release off the line. I like that. Let's look at that one more time. Doesn't look like he did anything crazy. Okay, yeah, just nice release off the line. Create that set. Nice, obviously, touchdown catch from Isaac. Okay. See that right there? Just a deep dig route over the middle against Baylor, Tennessee. And wide open, obviously, in the middle of the defense. Easy touchdown, busted coverage, but good job by him. Here he is here. Let's see what he runs. All right, runs a little hitch. See what he does with the ball. Afterwards, dropping the shoulder, getting that first down. Here he is again. Nice little out route. Good catch. Good job moving the sticks. All right, here he is. All right, red zone time now. Let's see what he does. Ooh, okay. I like that separation he's creating, though. Kind of gives me Bailey Stockton vibes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Good route runner, can play the slot, can play the boundary, create separation, good hands, knows where he's supposed to be at. Gives me that kind of vibes, if I'm honest. And that's not a knock. I think that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his replacement. Right there, get the ball to your playmaker's hands in open space. Good job getting to the outside. Look like he got a first down, close to a touchdown. Right here looks like that was a tough clip to see. See what he runs here. Yeah, a little, obviously a little comeback route right there. Just consistently creating separation. I mean, they're playing off, bubble screen, open field, good speed. Good job getting up the field, north and south quick. He's here against Baylor, Tennessee. Defenders playing off y'all. See what he runs. Yep, a little hitch route. Went a little backwards there. All right, here he is again right here. Yep, another bubble. On the inside, gets a decent gain. Okay. Another bubble screen. Let's see what he does with it. Good job right there moving the sticks. See what he does. All right, nice little hitch. Gets a small gain after. Look at a couple more. It's kind of getting a little repetitive. All right, here, that's a busted coverage, man. Defender falls asleep. Been good if he could have kept that in bounds, but you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, good job taking advantage of the defense right there. Third down, money down. Nice little comeback, just to the ball. Like to stay on his feet right there. All right, look at like two more, man. Move on. Same, another little hitch, short gain. Let's see, here he is again here. Screenplay. Decent gain. Yeah, I would say, reminds me, y'all, a little bit of a Bailey Stockton. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he can't play, but with such a crowded receiver room, you got guys like Darnell Collins, 6'4". You got Nathan Agami in the tight end room. You got Kentrell Davis. I don't know if he'll see the field year one, if I'm honest. But kid, you know what I'm saying, gives me that Bailey Stockton vibe. Kind of, he'll be able to fulfill that role in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Being a money guy on third downs, moving the chains, moving the sticks. Gives me those kind of vibes, if I'm honest with y'all. But that is Isaac Oborta. All right, man. We got a couple more we're going to look at. Two more. This is the guy they flipped from Louisville. This is Crew Molador. I like him. He has a lot of potential. Definitely be a guy they have to continue to, work on and develop, but a guy that has potential. All right, I think he'd be 76 right there, getting out there on that screen, getting to that second level pretty quick. Here he is here. Good strong hands. Good job not letting him get near, obviously, his quarterback. And boom, he is right here getting to that second level. Good job getting 34 out of the play. Springer free to running back. Same thing. Good double team block right there. Springer free is running back Nigel Newkirk. Here he is again right here. Good job moving. Staying in phase. I like that. Good double team block on the inside. Here's again right here. Good job staying in phase. I like that. Good footwork. Moving, moving, moving. I like that. Boom, here he is here. Let's see if the defense ran a stunt right here. Yeah, they did. Nice little stunt. Good job. Just knowing your keys. Watching your film, they ran a stunt. Good job being disciplined. Same thing right here. Good footwork. Good strong hands. Look at that. Not getting nowhere near the quarterback. I like that. Nowhere near Kareem Hughley. Boom. On him, on him, on him. Here's again right here. Good job just pushing, creating that hole, creating that space. Same thing, boom. Gonna get to that second level of that defense. Take him out of the play. I like that. See what he does with big 99 right here. Good job. Yeah, good footwork. I would say this kid has. Love his footwork. You know what I'm saying? Good hands, good footwork, moves well. You know what I'm saying? For his size. Great job right here. Right. Look, nobody to block. Okay, let me help out my tackle. Finish him out of the play. That's a great job by Crew. Same thing right here. Look, nowhere near the quarterback. Still pretty much where you started to play at. You know what I'm saying? Same thing right here. Look at him. Love that. Look at that. Watch that. Right here hits him and it gets to the second level. Right, takes him out of the play. Spring him free for that first down. Same thing here. Boom, just moving guys. Love that. Good footwork. Boom. Look, nowhere near Kareem Hughley. Watch this again, y'all. See, look at 76. Right here in phase, in phase. Look, nowhere near. Look at all that room Kareem has. Right? Obviously, it's a great offensive line, but Crew, good job. That's a blitzer or defensive lineman. Nowhere near him. Same thing here. Good job moving him. Look, completely out of the play. Yeah, this kid's underrated, but this kid can go. This kid can play all day long. Nowhere near the play. Springing them free. And I do think Georgia Tech has their center of the future, right? When you look at Harrison Moore, redshirt sophomore, he'll be redshirt junior next year. Tana's getting a little bit older, y'all. You got a guy you can build around, right? Give him a year to kind of develop and get in tune. I think that 2027 year, you got your starting caliber offensive lineman or center, I should say. Kid can play, with the development. I know it won't be offensive line coach Jeep Wade, but you'll still be able to have a guy you can kind of build around. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Last but not least is Jonathan Genty. He's a punter, so not too much to say there, but they're going to need one with Marshall Nichols graduating. I think he came from BT as well, if I'm not mistaken. So got another guy that's really good with punt average, a guy that's good with, obviously making good punts. Let me see. This was last year's, obviously, highlight reel. Let's see what we can find.
Your truck deserves.
But let's see what he was able to do. But obviously, you guys know Georgia Tech really likes to get punters from BT or graduated from BT. Right here, okay, look, you got a little 73-yarder. You know what I'm saying? Flipping the field position. Yeah, great job by him. Making it a difficult catch for the returner. Getting inside there. And here we go here. Looks like 39-yard punt. Good job pinning it. Great punt. And gave it good air time, you know what I'm saying, where his guys can go get the punt down inside the 10. That's what you want to see. So it's the little things that matters, man. When you in college football, you got to be able to flip the field. Like, look where you at. You all in near the goal line, right? And look, 63-yard punt. But look, flipping the field, right? Getting it all the way to looks like They 30-yard line. That's a good job flipping it when you're inside your own 10 to their 30, 35-yard line. Pretty good punt. Same thing here. They nearly gets a punt block, 40 yards. Decent punt. Not the best one right there. Let's see, on his own 30. Let's see what he does here. So he said he got inside the 10. Yeah, that's a solid punt. And then you make it tough for the returner. Hey, you got to make a decision. You're going to return it or you're going to leave it alone. So good job flipping the field right there. All right, let's look. Good hang time, about 49 yards. Kicks it directly to the returner. Obviously, great job right there. Okay. All right, same thing. Backed up in your old goal line. See what he does. 43 yards. See what he gets it to. Decent punt to the 50-yard line. All right, man. Decent film, y'all. Decent film. But punter of the future, obviously, for Georgia Tech, man. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this 2-hour special breaking down everybody's film. Special players, man. I love Braylon Outlaw, Jordan Woods, CJ Gamble, Kentrell Davis, Darnell Collins. All those kids can play. The quarterback, Cole Bergeron, is a stud. They got a kid, quarterback of the future. Travis Stevenson and Jaden Terry going to be some dogs. LJ Crummeny's underrated. They got some studs that they can work on. Crew Melodor looks like the center of the future for them. This is a really good class. I know it was 38, but look out for this class for Georgia Tech. It's not always about having that top 5 class. Yes, it's nice, but sometimes you need kids you can get, kind of under the radar and develop. And Georgia Tech has been known for that, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed this 2-hour special. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below more videos y'all want to see. But I know this was a heavily requested one to break down the Georgia Tech signees, which I did tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed it and appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys in the next one. Peace.